Paul, another one of those games with the kind of wild momentum swings. What was your biggest takeaway from tonight?
A really, really good goalie. Um, and we were able to come back after giving up two and tie a game.
Go next to Carter Brooks from Game On. Go ahead, Carter.
Hi, Coach. Just moments ago, Blake Wheeler mentioned that there was some miscommunication in the offensive zone prior to the overtime winner. He said if there's a play goes the other direction, it's game over, Jets win. Puck goes the other way, game over, Leafs win. What do you say to your team after something like that?
Oh, nothing. I mean, we put those guys out there for a reason. I'd take that chance again. You get 3-on-2 net front with those three guys, and it's worked for us. We've been just a really strong overtime team. I mean, at the end of the day, with the chances for and against the way they were, it was probably a just result, but we had our chance.
Go next to Paul Friesen from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Paul.
All your team coming in wanted to reduce the prime red zone chances. How far short did you fall of that?
I liked our first. I thought we were right on there. And then it didn't, we weren't able to contain them after that. We struggled with it.
Go next to Mike McIntyre from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Mike.
Paul, just with overtime, I guess this is the fourth one where you've used the three forwards. How do you decide which line maybe starts? Because it hasn't always been the same line.
No, it's all face-offs. I got Scheif. It's winning that draw is important, and it has been important in our wins. So Scheif, I think I had him 11-7 going into the overtime, and Pierre-Luc was, I think, at 4-8. I think so. That's just it's clean like that.
We'll go next to Sean Reynolds from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Sean.
Hey, Paul, you talk a lot about the way your team builds offense. On a night like this where, Connor's the story, the goals that Nicky does get are really good chances. Is there something about when you get into these games that it's almost like a rope-a-dope style or something like that you're bouncing back to score those goals and there's a reason for it?
No, I thought they were really aggressive with their gap, and it was a hard gap, and it was going to be it would be a knockdown play like the first goal where you were able to catch them maybe pressing up, and the second goal was basically they rimmed the puck to the weak side, and they're pressing so heavy into the corner that the other side of the ice was wide open. So we didn't do enough of it. I mean, they give them credit. They were right on it, right on the puck tonight, and that's how their 3-2 goal happened. I mean, they were on the puck tonight and wouldn't come off it, and we had a difficult time moving it. Now that's not a statement of our back end, it's the group. So they were good. We're gonna break some chances loose, but on breakaways alone they had us tonight.
Go next to Scott Billick from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Scott.
Hey, Paul, do you say anything after a game like that to Connor Hellebuyck with all the saves he made? And then similarly, Nikolai Ehlers comes up and talks to us, and he's pretty upset about being on the ice for 3 goals against, even though he scores 2 goals. I mean, it's kind of, just a weird emotional state for maybe two of your players. Do you talk to them at all there, or is that just kind of let them deal with that?
Yeah, we'll get to everybody for the most part. I mean, Connor talks to Wade Fleury after every game, probably 10 minutes after the game, gets undressed, and he's got a great awareness of his game, so he knows how good he was. He'll probably tell you he wants the 4th one, and that's just the way he's wired. Nikolai, that's growth, right? Like that's major growth for a young player. He scores 2 on the ice for a bunch, and that's what he takes home with him, right? He didn't like the way that went. That's a good thing. He's not in a bad mental state. He's putting pucks in the net, but at the same time, he knows that he was on the ice when they were, so that doesn't make him very happy.
Go next to Paul Friesen from the Sun. Go ahead, Paul.
Just following up on Nick a bit, was he as bad defensively as he told us he was?
No, I don't think he was. I don't think he was, but we're not gonna individualize blame on those goals. So he's on the ice, and that's the way he takes that, right? He takes it as a line. So he's kind of, Nikolai really this year's, I think we saw it in the bubble. Where he took a step forward for us, but you look at his play tonight in terms of his compete and his battle and being hard on pucks, and obviously the skill that comes out on those 2 goals that he scored. But this guy's playing some great great hockey for us. And that's some maturity there. Like he's wants the win more than the stats, right? That's a great thing.